to Faroe Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers.
As we'll see a squad from the MAC.
The Northern Illinois Huskies taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Missouri's offense will take the field first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And the minute after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was
turning it on. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Got enough for the first. At the 20, he's got space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to the running game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
So Northern Illinois' offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure coming. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the big throw. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about Northern Illinois. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like that can run at the linebacker spot.
Up in the shadow of their own goalpost have put quite a drive together. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So we'll see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down, you can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Punts it out of the air. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time. Drain the clock. No hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14.
Hole early.
Get set, get set.
They'll try the run. Can't get him to the ground. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. Lost to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again.
a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Offense in an empty set. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. Lets it fly. Got his man on the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him.
Breaks into the open. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He's got his man, makes the grab. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Caught in the yard line.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They've got to find some answers on this drive, already down by 18 in the second quarter. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. Northern Illinois right back to the line. Let's look big picture at Northern Illinois. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The sure hands, it's battle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. They're working that left side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We got to before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. Wants to go up top. Floats it out in space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Missouri! And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Vincent. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole screen passes, it just never developed.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Corrals it at the 45. And the returner will be brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Vincent. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical...
Turning it on! He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Huskies. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box, the play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense. Stop.
17. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Pocket breaking down. Finding an escape route. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Finds his man. It's Green. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 31.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run from the school.
Yeah, he had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Tiger. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rutgers is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to South Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was...
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Now on the return. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly.
With the defense playing zone coverage there, they're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Going to take a shot on second and short. Here's the pressure. grab near the marker. It's Green. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Touchdown, Missouri! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Coming out with it, it's Vincent. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Motion from the wide out. To the ground with the back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the ground. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be... First down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
On the ground, it's Coates. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now they're going to throw it. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback is excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Grab behind the line. It's Green. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field short.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Vincent. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give to the lone running back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play.
29 Philly, 2-9.
They'll try to get outside. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Breaks into the open. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tiger. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. Across the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
From the red zone, looking for a space. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They'll send the back in motion. He wants to throw it. A little release to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Sneak gets it done. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll run the toss. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll return it from around the 50. And there he goes. He will get it. It's a touchdown.
touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. At the 45 on his way. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might be changing the route. The toss to the right. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter.
Turning it on! Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week.
Turning on the Jets. Inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there and there down to the 24.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can on those angles and make enormous plays.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got some room, entered to the goal line. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it away.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than